Hello everyone, welcome to Viking News episode 2. Today we have quite a lot to cover. There's been quite a lot going on in Sweden the last few days here since the last hangout I did with episode 1, which was a big success. You guys seem to like it. So let's dive right into it. All right, let's see what we have here. I'll just open the live chat as well so I can see what you guys are saying. You guys that are joining the live stream. Was a bit of delay here. I got the wrong link up, but it should work now. All right, so welcome everyone, and let's start. All right. So you might have heard, I posted on Twitter yesterday about the guy who live streamed a gang rape in Sweden a couple of months ago, and yeah, he was released from prison and he went on a knife attack almost immediately. So let's go dive into it. So there was a let me give you the background to this story. There was a gang rape in Uppsala in Sweden early this year, which was live streamed on Facebook, which got a lot of media attention, especially because I pushed the news story out there. Anyway, there were 3 migrants, 2 of whom gang raped a Swedish woman, and a third guy filmed the live streamed it to Facebook. So he was convicted. He's a 24-year-old Iranian guy who live streamed the gang rape. He was convicted on 25th of April for libel, narcotics crime, and failure to disclose rape. He was filming the rape. His friends were gang raping a Swedish woman. He was filming it, and that sentenced him to failure to disclose rape. Okay, so he got 6 months in prison. And since he'd already been arrested and spent quite some time in jail already, he was released almost immediately because he'd only spent several months in jail. So he was released almost immediately from Swedish prison. And almost immediately after he had been released from prison, he was arrested again. At 17:41 this Friday, police arrested a man armed with a knife, and it turned out to be this guy who had been live streaming the gang rape earlier. He attacked 2 of his family members with a knife. So that sounds like I mean, he got 6 months prison for live streaming gang rape, and he was mocking in the live stream. You can see this guy mocking the Swedish woman. He was saying, quote, "This is how Swedish slut should be effed," unquote, is what he said. And you can hear say in the live stream, and he was smiling and everything. Really disgusting stuff. I have I'll bring you up some photo here on screen so you guys can see what this guy looked like for you. By the way, how is this live stream quality doing? I've done a couple of things trying to upgrade the quality of the live stream. How does it look for you? Does it look better than earlier? And of you guys that watched my early live streams? I'm just trying to find the photo of the guy. Should be any second here now. Probably should have found it before I started live stream. Here we go. Yeah, so this is the guy that was live streaming the gang rape. This guy right here, you can see, is smiling, laughing, and in the background here we have the Swedish girl here lying on the bed, and here is one of his mates raping the girl. Quite disgusting screenshot to say that way. We also have another photo of the guy. Let's see if we can find it. Here we go. Yes, here we are. So here is another photo of the live stream, a screenshot of the live stream. So here's this guy who lies. This is a 24-year-old Iranian guy who was released and did a knife attack. Here's his mates that was doing the raping. So yeah, that is what they look like. And yeah, if you just joined this live stream, thank you very much, everyone. This is episode 2 of VikingNews. We'll be doing these live streams now quite often, I think. So please leave a like and subscribe, and share with all your friends on social media as well. Yeah, so this is story number 1. It's got quite a lot of attention on social media. I posted it on Twitter yesterday, and I have quite a lot of retweets on that at the moment, which is good. The real news is getting out there. Yeah, here's the tweet I did yesterday. 6,400 retweets at the moment. Yeah, quite a lot of angry people in the comments there. If you haven't seen, yeah, this is a story that I think has shocked a lot of people how bad it really is in Sweden. It's very bad in Sweden. He got 6 months in prison, was released, and then did a knife attack, and people are obviously upset. But the thing is, it seems like more like American people, more of my Twitter followers. I got a lot of American followers on Twitter, and it seems many of the American followers seem more upset than the Swedish people. You know, in mainstream media, this story has not gotten any attention at all. There's only one mainstream media article that has published this. Nyheter 24 has published it, and there's a couple 2 alternative media as well that has published it, and this doesn't get out in Sweden much at all. It's good that's what I want to do. I want to get this news out there. So let's go on to our next story. So, Swedish government department for crisis preparedness. So this is a Swedish government department that prepares in case of any crisis, if any crisis would happen. They're spending nearly $1 million on gender studies. The goal is to research norms, quote, norms found in genders and power relations, unquote, at state departments, they say in their press release. Quote, what kind of practical consequence does this have in Swedish crisis management, unquote, they say. The money will go to gender studies researchers at Lund and Gothenburg University. Yeah, your typical SJW university leftist will get this money from the government to see how gender studies can help them in crisis management. Yeah, I'm not sure how that is going to work. I don't think it's going to work really well, to be honest. It's not something I think will work very well at all. Yeah. So, do you have any comments to that? I mean, that's kind of, you know, you don't really have to find any funny headline with this. It's really the country is the joke itself, as one of meme I saw earlier said. Tyler wants me to interview Hanna Lindahl. Yeah, I've actually asked her if she wanted to do an interview. She hasn't responded. Yeah, so do you have any comments to that, gender studies? I mean, it's not good at all. I don't really have to say anymore. I think you guys know how messed up that is. And they're spending loads of money on that. That's they could have spent money on helping pensioners, building more hospitals. Story number 3. Only 8% of reported rapes in Sweden leads to prosecution, according to a new study that looked at the figures from 2015. Only 11% of the suspects were jailed. So only 11% of suspects in rape cases were actually jailed. Wow. The problems, they say, is that rape are often done prioritized for other more serious crime. Sweden is the rape capital of the world. Number 2 in the world after Lesotho per capita, and number 1 in Europe. I reported on my last Viking News episode. I reported there was I can't remember now. There was a 16% increase, I think it was, in rapes this year. Yeah, 16% increase in rapes this year compared to last year, and only 8% of reported cases in Sweden. Only 8% of the reported rapes leads to prosecution. So that works well. Yeah. And the Swedish police has a big problem at the moment with a lack of staff and resources. As I reported earlier, in Stockholm a couple of weeks ago, there was only 14 police officers in the whole of Stockholm, covering 900,000 people one morning. Yeah, not good. Baltimore Jamal asked if Peter has a girlfriend in the live chat here. No, I don't. Anna D says in the live chat, the EDL is going ahead, meeting at Charing Cross Station from 12 p.m. onwards, March 1-30. Is that in London? Yeah, that's in London, Charing Cross Station. Which date is that, Anna? Is that on Saturday or Sunday? Just a march going on in London this weekend that I will be heading to, covering. Okay. Saturday at 12 p.m. meeting at Charing Cross. Okay, great. Yeah, thanks for the info. Yeah, so I'm gonna be there. There's probably gonna be a lot of Antifa there, so it's going to be interesting to cover. Red X. I also from London or Sweden. I'm in England. Well, so let's head over to story number 4. Quote, I'll start with this. Quote, "We are not there yet, but we are risking becoming a lawless country," says Leif Sandberg from the council in Tomelilla. Yeah, so there's yet another city in Sweden that is heading to be a no-go zone, a lawless. Let me just see if I can adjust the camera quickly and see this better picture. Yeah, so yet another city in Sweden is heading towards becoming a no-go zone, lawless country, they say. A local model, Louise Nilsson, says, quote, "Everything gets stolen now." And they were apparently supposed to get more police officers last year to this city, but I haven't seen anything of that at all. The politicians are demanding more police officers, but the police say they cannot promise to provide them. Yeah, there is, as I said before, there is a lack of police resources and staff. With up to 80% of Swedish police officers consider quitting their jobs because of, well, I guess all of the stress, all of the workload that has arrived with the cultural enrichment, I guess. That's, yeah. There is a big problem with the Swedish with police resources and staff in Sweden at the moment. They are struggling. Let me just check the chat here quickly. Okay, thanks very much, Anna, for the information. Okay, so yeah, just joined this live stream. This is my second episode, by the way, of Viking News. I'll be doing this regularly. reporting, I thought it would be a good idea to do some video where like a kind of live stream video every now and then with the news in Sweden. You can read about it on Twitter and in the news that I post, but I think it's good to have it in video form as well sometimes. Yeah, so please like and subscribe if you haven't done so. So we are heading to news story number 5. Critical situation in 4 areas in Skåne. Skåne is in the south of Sweden. Malmö is in the region Skåne. Classed as well, there's 4 areas there now, additional areas classed as especially vulnerable areas where criminals have taken over and the situation is critical, the report says. Karlsund in Landskrona, Nydala, Hermodsdal, Lindängen in Malmö are new areas that have been classified as especially vulnerable areas. Seved and Rosengård is since earlier classified as especially vulnerable in Malmö. Especially vulnerable means a translation extra bad, particularly bad no-go zone where you really don't want to go. Especially vulnerable area is almost impossible for the police to keep law and order, according to Swedish media. A especially vulnerable area is recognized by high concentration of criminals and people who go away to fight in wars, and of fundamentalism and extremism. I think we all know what they're referring to here. I think we all know what they are referring to here. People who go to fight in Syria, I highly suspect is what they are referring to. Dan Eliasson, the top police chief in Sweden, says, quote, help us, unquote. Yeah, so the situation is getting a bit desperate there in those areas, it seems. So yeah, by the way, in Seved in Malmö, police, the postal service haven't been delivering packages there now for some time because it's too dangerous. Let me just check the chat here real quick. Yes, so there are 5 more risk areas, they say, where the situation is dire and the risk is becoming worse if nothing is done. Dalhem, Drottninghög, Fredriksberg, and Söder in Helsingborg, and Holma, Kroksbäck, Bellevugården in Malmö are also risk areas. So there are more and more risk areas, problem areas, no-go zones just popping up everywhere in Sweden as mass migration continues to flood in Sweden with migrant invaders. I feel myself getting a bit hyped up here. Yeah. A lot of interest, yeah, a lot of politically incorrect comments here in the chat at the moment that I don't think I can read aloud. But yeah, these no-go zones in Sweden are becoming worse and worse. It's can anything be done? I think the only thing that could be done to solve this problem is if they take in the army and just clean out the areas. That's the only thing that could solve this. Deport every single one that is involved in this kind of gang crime. Every single migrant that commits a crime should be deported straight away. That is the only solution to support that and stop any more migration as well. Yeah. So Strikes V2's comments, the Muslim refugees seem to be merging with hip-hop thug culture, dealing drugs, violent crime, gang activity. Yes, you're 100% correct there. That is exactly what is happening in Sweden at the moment. Do you guys have another solution in the chat here? Do you have another solution to dealing with these problems? If you got any good comments here, I will read them up aloud. Cut off all welfare, one comment here. Hydrogen bomb, yeah, no, that wouldn't work. Max Meyer comments, in a politician get popular vote, what party would deport the violent migrants and stop all immigrants? The moderate party? No, definitely not the moderate party. The moderate party were the ones that caused the migrant crisis in Sweden. They were the ones who imported the migrants. They were the ones that started the whole thing. The Swedish Democrats are the only ones that want to deport migrants who commit crimes. They are a nationalist party. They are actually leading the polls at the moment. The moderate party, fun fact, the leader of the moderate party, Fredrik Reinfeldt, well, the former leader, he actually lives just 50 minutes from where I used to live in Sweden, or where I used to be in Sweden, what I would say. And the funny thing is, now they have actually opened a new asylum center at the hotel, just 3-4 minutes drive from his home. So he's getting a taste of some cultural enrichment himself now. GB1 kid asks, Peter, I will say this, why should we believe you then? I'm not being horrible, but if you do not believe the news, then it's difficult for us to just go off your word. All of these are, all of the news that I'm covering here is sourced from reliable Swedish sources. And I am posting this on my Twitter, the links, I'm posting them on my Twitter as well if you want to see all the links. Yeah, they are sourced from reliable Swedish sources. Yeah, so let's go on to our next story then. So, 3 Arabs tried to rob a homeless Swedish guy in Gävle at a train station. A man, he was sleeping and he awoke with, let me get the picture up here for you guys of the guys who committed this atrocity. I'll have a photo here somewhere so you guys can see. I posted this on my Twitter here yesterday as well. There we go. And let's just put it up here on the screen. There we go. Yeah, so these 3 guys here, there was a homeless guy sleeping at a train station. He awoke with these 3 guys robbing him. A man on crutches tried to intervene, but he was attacked. He was beaten and attacked and kicked, and he said that these Arabs here, they said, quote, Swedes are racist, and quote, I'm Muslim, F Swedes, unquote. And they shouted during attack. A 17-year-old witness who was there as well, he was watching, and after the attack, they came up to this guy as well. They went up to him, harassed him, and they forced him to dance with them in a what's the English word for it? In a humiliating way, and then they tried to rob him as well. Yeah, Swedes are racist. If you don't let us rob you. If you don't let us rob you, you're racist. What a mentality. Insane. Absolutely insane. These people should be deported straight away. So what kind of punishment did these guys get? Well, a 38-year-old Algerian who was one of the attackers, he got 1 year and 4 months in prison. 32-year-old from Morocco got 1 year and 4 months in prison, and I believe he got deportation as well, actually, which was good. But all three should be deported, but they did not get deported, all three of them. Another 45-year-old Arab with French citizenship, he got 6 months in prison. 6 months! 6 months! 6 months. Come on. Insane stuff. Big shout out here to JT Smith with the super chat here for £5. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. I'm doing this voluntarily, so any donation is highly appreciated. Thank you very much. UK against hate is Britain's first protest against radical Islam this Saturday, Birmingham, 1 p.m. Okay. Yeah, CMD Straker also, what exactly do you rob a homeless guy of? Yeah, that's a good question. Just reading some of the chats here. Max Mayros, what party the Swedish Democrats ally with? No one, because all the parties, they I think they're racist. They don't want to ally with the racist parties. So yeah, that's that's how that works. They refuse to ally with them because they're racist, Nazis, far right, whatever. To be honest, they do have a far right background. They have a background that actually come from a fascist party, but they're definitely not fascist now. That's for sure. They are a bit left wing, I think, at the moment. Yes, have a good night, Anna. Yeah, so what do you think of that? 3 Arabs attack a homeless Swedish guy, and he's a racist because he doesn't let them rob him. All right. So the prison sentence there was not on the high side, you can say. It was on the lower side. But as could be expected from Sweden, they don't give a lot of prison sentences. So we have story number 7 here. A 30-year-old asylum seeker from Syria kicked a 9-year-old girl in the head after he got a notice of deportation from the Swedish government, and he got angry. He got very angry. He wanted revenge. So there was this 9-year-old girl out, a random 9-year-old girl out walking in the street. He just went and kicked her straight in the head. At first, I reported on this a couple of months ago. At first, it was thought that it was a attempted robbery because she was speaking in her mobile phone with her grandma at the time. But now, a couple of months later, the truth comes out. Here's a guy, asylum seeker, who wanted revenge because he got notice of deportation. So I don't think this guy wasn't the kind of ideal guy you'd want to have in your society. He was the kind of guy that you probably don't want in your society, who probably should have been deported. And yeah, so good on the Swedish government there for finally deporting someone that should be deported, but you kind of see where these people come from. Yeah, so back then a few months ago, I actually didn't know, because this is quite hard. This kind of information is quite hard to get hold of in Sweden. So back then I didn't know that this was a asylum seeker who attacked this girl, but I knew of the story, and I reported on it because I suspected there might be something suspicious with that story. Yeah, but now a couple of months later, the truth comes out. Some of the alternative media in Sweden has been doing some good digging on it, and found out what actually went on there. And the thing is, with the Swedish alternative media, they don't report in English, so that's what I do. I push that out there. I'm just gonna check the chat real quick here, see if there's anything I should pick up on. Yeah, again, guys, thank you very much for joining the live stream. Really appreciate it. Hopefully we can grow this and make it bigger so people get more truth out there. Yeah, so please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so. So let's go on to my last planned story here for the evening. This live stream won't be as long as my other one. I'm trying to keep it a little bit shorter so people who watch this after the live stream is finished, so they don't get put off by seeing like a 2-hour live stream. So I'm probably going to try and keep it down at something like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that in the future. So let me get the picture up here on screen for you guys, so you can get an idea what we are talking about here. I'll just find it. There we go. Here we go. So here we have the Swedish state-owned television's summer program. So in Sweden, if you don't know, in Sweden they always have in the summer Swedish TVs have a like kind of kids teenager program for the summer holidays. It's something they do every summer. This is Swedish state-owned television. So this year they have a bus, a sommarlov bus. That's a sommarlov. That's summer holidays. Swedish kids get a lot of free time off in the summer. It's almost like 3 months, I think. I remember when I was a kid, it was a good time, really good time. So yeah, so they have this bus. So this is in Malmö. This picture is from Malmö, where there are lots of no-go zones, as I talked about earlier. This bus here, this is the bus that they are using for this year's summer program. So what happened? Well, a gang of youths, they had some barriers because they have a quite a big audience here, as you can see. They have some barriers behind here to organize and so on. So there were a gang of youths, unspecified gang of youths. I wonder what kind of a gang of youths that could be. I really wonder. But anyway, a gang of youths, they're destroying the barriers they put up. And so they actually have 24/7 guards at this bus. They are employing 24/7 guards at this bus in Malmö. They have this bus in Malmö at the moment. So they actually have 24/7 guards guarding this bus because Sweden is such a peaceful country. So the guards tried to stop them from destroying the barriers. And soon after that, the rocks went flying. There were kids there, so you got 30 minutes away from the thing going on. That's just everyday Sweden for you. A gang of youths throwing rocks. That happens like almost every night now. Oh, thanks for the comment there, JT Smith. Really appreciate that. Yeah, if you would like to contribute anything, that would be greatly appreciated. I'm doing this voluntarily, but if you would like to contribute anything at all, that would be greatly appreciated. That will help me. That will help me offset my costs when I'm going to different places doing interviews and so on. Anyway, yeah, let me guess. 40-year-old child refugees, CMD Straker says here regarding the comment in Malmö. Yeah, no, I don't think so. They're probably youths. Probably something like 16, 17, 18, 19 years olds migrants. Well, they are. When I say gang of youths in Sweden, that's always migrants. Yes, so that was all the stories I had planned for this live stream. Actually, I want to keep it a little bit shorter. Is there anything else you guys want me to touch upon here? If you leave a comment in the chat. Do you have any questions regarding today's live stream? Anything at all? I'll answer them here in the chat, guys. Oh yeah, one thing I could touch up on here. Remember the video that YouTube put up, the more than a refugee video that has gotten incredible dislikes. Gotten incredible. I did a live stream on that earlier. I'll just go back to that video again. I want to show you something. It isn't related to Sweden as such, but I'll just show you quickly something I wanted to show you guys. Yes, here we go. I'll just put it on here screen for you. Yeah, so here we have this video, More Than Refugee now, almost 13 million views that we got. And almost 400,000 dislikes, 130,000 likes. China's less censorship in this comment section, this person writes. Yeah, basically, if you look at this, every single comment section here is highly critical of this video. And look at dislikes, 400,000 dislikes. This dislike ratio is not good at all. Backfired big time for YouTube. And meanwhile, the video that I got from the march in Manchester with the black guy who scolded this Antifa lady. I don't know if you've seen it, but I was the one who got the footage from that. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, definitely watch this video. It's very good. Got almost 300,000 views. And look at this. Look at this like and dislike ratio here. 81 dislikes. It seems like people are more into this stuff than what YouTube are pushing with their refugee video. It seems like a culture is changing. There is definitely a shift going on. So yeah, I just want to show you guys that. Just looking at the comment section quickly, I'm going to wrap this live stream up here now in 5 minutes, I think, so it won't be too long. Any questions, any comments regarding today's live stream, please let me know. I'll answer them. Boyle asks, is it true that Facebook rapist on the Swedish could have been arrested again for the same thing? No, not for the same thing, but he did a knife attack, as I reported on earlier in this live stream. If you want to. Peter, why does Sweden become a common law country? Well, because that's not how. It's only a few countries on earth that has the common law. Other countries have a different kind of law system. So Sweden, Germany, Norway all have the same kind of law, which is not common law. Michael B asked if I have a hunting license. No, I do not. Joseph Hera asked, any movement in Europe about gun ownership? No, not really. That's not. Most people in Europe don't really seem to like guns, actually. Okay, one guy wants me to tell earlier in the day when I'm going to live stream. Yeah, I'll be doing that in the future. But you can go back and watch this this live stream. It will be up on my YouTube channel, so you can go back and watch it. That's no problem. You can watch it later. Michael B asks how the Swedes get a hunting license. Well, they have to apply to the government, to the police, and they, well, if certain criteria are met, they will get it. Euro Strikes V2 talks about gun ownership. Yeah, a lot of Europeans don't like guns, to be honest. As I said. Michael B asked if hunting license is expensive. No, not really. Any more questions, comments? I'll wrap this live stream up here in 2 minutes. Just I'll like to leave a little time for Q&A in the end here. I think that's always a good thing. Oh, Corey Vasquez is saw me at the Manchester March. Oh, thanks. Well, I probably saw you too, I guess. I mean, there was lots of people there. Julian Albarn asks why I'm in the UK at the moment. Well, watch. I did a good interview with Tara McCarthy of the reality calls show. You should watch that one. I went through in detail there why I am in the UK at the moment. So hang on, let me just get it up here on screen so you can see it. Yeah, so this interview here I did with Tara McCarthy, I go through in detail why I am in the UK at the moment. So that's a good watch. Also, if you hear it, Make Britain Great Again, that you should also watch, where I go through in some detail as well as to what's going on. Yeah, so definitely watch those videos. Okay, Kari says she filmed me. Do you have any clip of that on YouTube where you filmed me? I can put it up here if you want. Tony Cornwall says there's going to be a march in Edinburgh against Sharia on Sunday 25th. Do you know what? How many people are expected to come there? Do you know that? Logical Libertarian wants me to discuss the article about the woman who suggests aborting white babies to stop white supremacy. Yeah, I think I'll take that up in another live stream. 10111 asked me if I was made welcome when I moved to the UK. Fairly welcome. I mean, it's a different culture. I don't really feel that at home, but it's still better than Sweden. I could be asked me if I would consider speaking at the London Forum. Well, I haven't been invited to speak there, but I see Karibaska has 1.5 hours of footage from Manchester. That's a bit much to play. um, Any last questions, and I'll wrap this live stream up. Yes, thanks for the comment, Arminius. If you tell me to stream up, then it will get a higher ranking on YouTube. So please leave a like for this video. It will get make more people see it, get a higher rating. I got a question asking if I would move to Hungary or Poland, perhaps. It's a bit too big culture difference, I think, maybe, but here's a question, by the way. When I go down to, I'm going to London for the march there on Saturday. What I'm going to try and do some live stream from there. Do you want me to do a live stream on YouTube, or should I live stream it on Periscope? What do you guys think? Yeah, Arminius says I should get more views on YouTube. Actually, when I've been periscoping on Twitter, I've been getting more viewers. The more viewers at the same time. I had like 200 viewers. I did a periscope from Manchester, whereas on YouTube I had like 60 viewers at the same time. Oh yeah, and if you subscribe to me, remember to click the bell as well, the notification bell, so you get notices when I do live streams and new videos get up. That's a good idea. A good idea. Yeah, I'll probably do both Periscope and YouTube. I've had problems getting a good connection with YouTube when I've been doing live streams, but hopefully it should be good in London. Yeah. So any last questions? Otherwise, that was episode 2 of Viking News. We'll definitely be doing more. I'm going to have to wrap this up now so it doesn't get too long. But if you don't have any last questions here in the live stream, I will thank you so much for watching. Yeah, Joseph here asked if I have any plans in the future talking to locals about their views on self-defense. Well, I'm going to be doing interviews, so I'm going to ask lots of different questions. Yeah, so thank you everyone for watching this live stream. And I'll be definitely doing more, so please tune in when I do those. And yeah, if you want to watch this again, you can listen me up on YouTube as well. So great stuff. Thank you very much everyone for watching, and I'll see you later, guys.